All right, friends, welcome to the CrossFit Grandview podcast, episode number 7. Today, what we're talking about, some supplements. What are you putting in your body before, after workouts, things like that. After that, we're going to get into our regional wrap-up, talk about how the team and myself did out there, and then we'll have a little bit of a discussion about what's coming up and what we're looking for. So I'm going to let Brandon take it off with the supplements discussion. Brandon.
Yeah, so people ask me all the time, like, whether it's like friends or family members, like, what supplements do you take or what should I be taking? That's actually, I probably get asked that more than, training advice or like nutrition or anything like that. People always want to know like the magic kind of bullet or pill, like, so what did you get on to, make this change or whatever it is. And, I actually geek out on supplements. I've taken them since I was in high school, and we get samples and stuff sent to the gym all the time.
All the time.
It's fun to like try out the
I love it.
Pre-workouts.
We get so many pre-workouts.
Yeah.
That's why we're always buzzing around that place.
Absolutely. So I'll give some boring advice when people ask me this first. Like straight off, I'll be like, okay, so what's your diet look like? And I'm not a nutritionist or anything, but I have a pretty good handle on nutrition, and ask them if their diet's dialed in, and kind of ask them what they're eating, and they'll get into that, and then it's like, okay, so are you sleeping? Are you getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night? And like, oh no, I go to bed at like 1, and then I wake up at 6.
I train at 6 a.m. and then it's no good.
That's not good. And then I'm like, do you train 4 or 5 days a week consistently? Not for a week and then you take a week off. And so once we get into that, typically one of these is off the rails, and I'm like, address that first. You're not even going to be able to tell if supplements are helping you if you're eating a bunch of crap and then you're fortifying a crappy diet with protein powder.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're fortifying pizza with protein powder, you're not going to see a difference from that.
At all.
You're not going to get dialed in from that. If you're not getting enough sleep, pre-workouts, might get your heart racing or might get you through workout. It's not going to...
You're still going to feel tired.
Yeah, you're just going to be exhausted with like a jittery heart rate.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not training 4 to 5 days a week, you're taking a bunch of supplements, and you're not tearing down your muscles and repairing them with anything. So if people have done a fair enough job of addressing all of these, I'm like, okay, I'll talk about some of the supplements that I take, or, and I've discussed it with you, like some that we really think work.
Mm-hmm.
And, the first few are kind of boring. It's like if you go to Vitamin Shop, there's like the proprietary blends on one side and then the vitamins on the other, and I kind of stay more on that vitamin side now.
Mm-hmm.
And vitamin D is the first one I want to kind of talk about, and I really think this, so I've read up on it and really have felt this, it really boosts your immune system. So in the wintertime, especially when you're not getting much sun.
Yeah, you need it.
Yeah, so taking vitamin D, I like it in a dropper.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it just kind of gets into you a little bit better. It's absorbed better. And then some of the benefits, it boosts testosterone, and it helps mood, and I can really notice that if I'm taking it. I like just have a sense of well-being. And then, what it really touts, I can't tell, but it helps absorb calcium and strengthens bones.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the next one is vitamin C.
Another good winter one.
Yeah. It's a boring one. It's like, no one's like, oh, what supplements do you take?
Yeah.
Vitamin C.
And they're like, oh, okay.
Sweet.
Nerd.
Yeah, exactly. Again, this is like an immunity booster, and reading up on it, it helps boost immunity by helping white blood cells function better. And then I have a quick story. About 10 years ago, I got mono, and I was super duper sick, like couldn't work. Went to the doctor, and they're like, this is pretty bad, Brandon. Like, you might be sick for 3 months. You might not get back to training or doing CrossFit for a year. Like, I was in pretty rough shape, and then I was a trainer at the time. I couldn't work. So I was shut down. I wasn't making any money, and I'm like, I got to get better. So I started researching, like, mono cures, or like how to treat mono. And I found this like kind of janky PDF website you bought like this PDF for $5, and basically it was just a mega dosing protocol of vitamin C, and it knocked this mono out. Like it was insane.
Murdered the mono.
It did. It was like it sucked. I mean, I was taking like 25,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, just like in like powdered form.
Oh
just
yeah.
like chugging it down every like hour, and like eating the tablets and just like going completely bonkers on it. And you know, it was rough on my gut, but I was back to work in a week.
That's awesome.
It was phenomenal. It was like it worked so well. So like if I get the flu, there's like a flu protocol. So I've got the flu since that, and it helps with that. Again, flu is not the mono protocol. It's more like 10,000 milligrams is your threshold, but it works similarly. It helps you knock it out faster, essentially. So that's my vitamin C story. So I'm like a huge believer in vitamin C. And then melatonin, I take that every day.
Every night.
Yep.
Got to take that melatonin. Knocks you right out.
So we were talking before this, and you take...
I'm at 1.5 milligrams
Yeah.
of melatonin.
And I take 10. So I don't know if
It's
that's
a little
bad.
more.
Yeah. So I take the big 10 dissolvers, and it works great. I don't have like the dreams, but I built into that. So like it's one of those
you
things,
will
like,
build the tolerance to it. Yeah. Then people say you should cycle it on and off a little bit, but that's up to you. You just gotta go with how you feel.
I don't feel addicted to it or anything.
Like you can fall asleep without it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can fall asleep without it, but I just know when I hit that 10, like I'm done.
Yeah, I'm not moving.
It puts me at
Yeah, that's why I like it, is because like I can fall asleep without it, but when I take it, I get to like a deeper sleep.
Yep.
And I've noticed like I don't toss and turn at
Yeah.
night when I take it. I'm like done.
Yeah.
I don't move.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it.
So melatonin mixed with CrossFit is like,
You'll sleep well.
I had bad insomnia problems in college, and CrossFit was the biggest thing that really helped me start sleeping. And then I added that to it, and it kind of finished it off. So I sleep real well now. And then creatine. So we're talking about that.
Yep. I love it. Creatine, it's a good one for your muscles. It helps me recover. Helps you increase your strength. And we're not talking, you're not going to put 100 pounds on your bench press with it, but
It's not steroids.
Yeah, you'll see a 5 or 10 pound difference when you start cycling on creatine. I really enjoy it. Andy really likes it. You take it. I mean, all
Dan
of us.
does.
Dan does.
Kate does.
Kate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good, especially for CrossFit, because it does help you in your later sets. Because when you're doing CrossFit, you're going to have multiple rounds of movements to do, and it really helps your muscles fatigue later.
Driving through that, like set a big chunk of thrusters or something.
100%.
Like that. Yeah.
100%. So that's a good one for people.
Yeah, I think it's good like for like muscle volume. Like you get like a small like pump effect.
Yeah.
How do you take it? Do you do the loading or anything like that?
No, the one I take is that Blonix one. So there's no loading phase with it, which is nice. So you can just as soon as you're ready to take it, you just start scooping it into your drinks.
Yeah.
I take 2 scoops of it a day, one in the morning and then like one.
It's like 2.5 in the morning, 2.5 in the night. So like
bingo.
5 grams a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I definitely notice a difference when I'm on it versus when I'm not. You definitely feel bigger on it. Like I just feel like my muscles look a little more, puffy.
Yeah, and even for girls, like I think they get worried like it's going to make them like super
or
jacked
something.
and bulky.
Yeah, no.
But really, it's just going to make like maybe like a muscle pop a little more. If you're not big and bulky,
You're not gonna.
anyways,
It's not gonna make you big and bulky, right?
But it makes it like fills like your cells up with a little more.
It pulls
volume.
some water into you. Yeah.
It makes them pop a little bit. I feel like.
So yeah, creatine.
And then creatine's awesome. And then the next one on my list here was ashwagandha, and it's kind of a newer. It's like this is like the new big one.
Yeah, you're seeing it a lot now.
It's in a lot of proprietary blends, in test boosters and different things like that. And then at Vitamin Shop, I'll just get it in the dropper. And this is something I might actually look to get in the Athlete's Corner. It's not like a super. People look at like pre-workouts, like I want that, and like it's like a vitamin, but it helps reduce stress and anxiety. It's natural test booster. Increases strength and body composition. Whenever I go to like supplement stores, this is one that they all recommend, and they're actually like the lady at Vitamin Shop, she's like, oh yeah, this is actually the only one that I don't take anything from here.
Yeah.
But this is the
But this
one
is, this one's legit.
this is the one that I do. So this is one that I take every day, and like the taste of, if you're dropping it, it's like a little rough at first.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah.
Just like anything. Like Maria, my girlfriend, made me take it, and I loved it. I mean, it's like taking a shot at first. You're like, oh, this is gross. But like, it works. It's good for your immune system as well. Helps you calm down. I was taking it at night. It was real good.
That's when I take it too.
Yeah.
Like before bed type of a thing.
Another one for we were talking about earlier is magnesium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I take at night. You can just buy it at Kroger or Whole Foods. It's called Nature Calm. It's like a fizzy drink. You just stir it up and it helps your muscles relax. So at night, if you're like real sore and stuff like that, you can just pop it, help you calm down, help you relax, help settle your muscles. And then I mentioned before, you can get it and spray it as well. So you can spray it on your muscles, just topical stuff. Rub it in there once you're feeling like, real sore.
Is that the main thing in Epsom salt that helps muscles?
I don't know. You can find out.
Yeah. I wonder if that's, check that out. Because I feel like that might be why, like, Epsom salt might have a ton of magnesium in it. I'm not sure. But
Yeah, it does.
is that what it is? I think
Yeah.
that's what it is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done like those float tanks, which is like 1,000 pounds of like Epsom salt, which is basically, you're just laying in a pool of magnesium, and
It helps.
you feel great coming out.
I
of
love
those.
Epsom salt baths.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah, you feel awesome
Yeah.
coming out of those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to get on that. I haven't been taking any kind of magnesium supplements, so
Yeah, it's a good one.
that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then last one,
The obvious.
the obvious one is protein powder. It's going to help repair muscles after training, and
Mm-hmm.
really, if you don't necessarily need this if you can get like a meal. I think it's going to be a lot better for you.
100%.
Post training, you're going to get carbs, fat, replace those like glycogen stores, all of that after. So I don't use a protein shake after I train. I try to eat, but I do use protein powders or like meal replacements throughout the day, because I don't have time to cook up a meal, 5 times a day. So that's where I'll really use them, or in pinches, like if I'm traveling or like, going to the airport, that's where it's easier to eat. That's a cleaner option than, hitting that Annie Ann's like pretzel shop or something like that. So
Yeah.
that's where I try and really utilize protein powder and just to like as a meal replacement when it's not always convenient to eat.
100%. That's why I take Mass Gainer.
Yep.
Same thing, but it just has a little more carbs in it. And like I'm always in the pinch. Like I don't have time to just sit down and eat.
Sure.
So I'm just always like, okay, I'll drink one of these. It's like 1,200 calories.
You're training people or you're training and
Yeah,
you're eating between stuff.
Yeah, you gotta get it in there when you can. So
Yep.
Absolutely. So that was our list of supplements, guys. So we'll post this, and if you guys have anything that you take, or like we were saying, if you want us to carry something, let us know. We're always open to new ideas. If you want to see something in the Athlete's Corner, by all means, let us know.
Yeah, we'll try and we'll get a hold of the distributor and try and carry it for you. And then in the comments, ask if you have any questions about these supplements. Go ahead and shoot us a line in the comments, and we'll try and answer those the best we can.
Absolutely. So after the supplements, we're going to talk about regionals and how that went. So Brandon, why don't you lead off?
Yeah, regionals was awesome this year. So the team and Joey here, they both took 12th. Really fun watching the team. They were very consistent with their performances. We took 4 tenths, I believe, an 11th, and then I think like a 22nd. So basically, we were like 10th across the board, and even that 22nd, we got some no reps on some handstand push-ups. I think that would have been another 10th.
Absolutely. Yeah.
you pull that out, we're hitting 10th. They ran people down on that worm, so we're taking it. I think another 10th if things go nice and smooth on that handstand push-up workout, and it's really small improvements across the board would take those 10ths to 4ths to 5ths, but
It's so close. Those margins during that they were absurd. So like you do 5 seconds better on a workout, you're jumping 5 spots.
Absolutely.
It was nuts.
Absolutely.
Our region's absurd.
Yeah, the team competition out there is really tough. So some small improvements, we've got a games team coming back next year. If we can make some small improvements in the off season, and I think we have a lot of really solid regional caliber athletes training in that level 2 program. And I think we're building towards an even better run than we had this year. It was a fun year. We got Ian and Corey in there. It was their first year doing it, and they did great. The vibe was super positive.
Absolutely.
Everyone on the team had full-time jobs outside of the gym. Julian's a nurse, and Ian's a lawyer. Corey's an engineer. Kiri's a full-time firefighter. We're getting together and training with the team once a week, and they were really close to cracking that top 10. It was awesome. Super fun year. I'm super proud of those guys. It was phenomenal. And then rather than have me speak on your experience, I think people would love to hear from you. So
yeah, regionals went better than expected, in my opinion. I got 12th this year. It was the most fun I've had at regionals ever. Obviously the goal every year is to make it to the games, but this year more than any, I just took it. I thought about why I liked doing CrossFit, especially like leading up to regionals. It's fun.
Yeah,
I really enjoy these workouts. So before they'd start, before we'd start the workout out at regionals, I'd take a second, look around at the crowd. Like I was waving to people in the crowd, laughing with them, and I was like, "This is fun. I love this stuff."
Yeah, you looked like you were having a good time
and
out there.
I wasn't stressed. Whereas last year, I couldn't sleep before the workouts. I was like up, tossing and turning. It wasn't fun. I was so nervous, not talking to anyone.
You're not kicking weights out there and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. And this year I was just like, man, I love this stuff. It is a blast. I met a lot of cool people. I got to autograph stuff for kids, which was cool.
That's really cool.
I'm very excited. Like I've found this new flame again as to why I enjoy this stuff. So I'm really looking forward to next year.
That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you never want it to become a grind where it's just like, this isn't worth it,
Oh, I have to do this.
Yeah.
No, it was a good year, and I'm looking forward to next year.
Yeah, that was fun to watch you out there. You had it was cool. Like that first event was so cool too. Like where you just went out there and dominated that initial heat right off the jump. That was awesome.
Fun.
Super cool.
Yeah, so that was regionals, guys. Coming up, we got a couple things in the works. Yeah, Brandon, why don't you tell us about the pool party we got coming up?
Yeah, so we have our annual pool party. It's going to be Saturday the 16th at Premier Athletic Club. It's going to be from 1 to 5 p.m. I think it's probably my favorite party of the year. I don't have to do a lot for it, so it's nice.
Always helps.
I go out there and have some drinks and enjoy the sun. It's real laid back. It's a ton of fun. It's always the weather's luckily cooperated with us the last couple of years, and one year I think we had to reschedule it. So crossing my fingers we don't get a big rainy day. But yeah, I love the pool party. We're gonna wrap up Summer Shred there, so we'll hand out all our prizes. We have some really cool trophies that Jim Wetta actually he makes them each year, and they're super
awesome.
Cool. They're really
they're
cool.
Awesome.
It's something you'll definitely have them in your office if you win. They're neat. And then that morning too, we'll make up our High Banks run, which is probably again one of my favorite Summer Shred workouts that we do. That got canceled, and we'll be doing that at 9 a.m. so we have time to get home. You'll probably be kind of muddy or something, and then get cleaned up so you can go to the pool party.
Absolutely.
And then actually that same day, we have people doing stuff for the Pride Parade.
Yes. So this is
on that.
this is the first year we're gonna have a CrossFit Grandview float in the Pride Parade. Me and some of the 730 guys got together. We were working on it. We're gonna put some rigging on a trailer and pull it down the high street for the Pride Parade.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I'll get you guys more information on this. By all means, if you want to come out with us, please do. The more the merrier. It is that morning. Starts at 9:30 to 10. That's when we're going to kind of congregate. And like I said, I'll give you guys more information on that. We'll make it available on Wodify and Facebook. So keep a lookout for that.
Very cool. That'll be a ton of fun. And I think it'll be an epic day with that going on, and then the pool party.
And then the pool party. I think
followed by the pool party. There's going to be some
great.
good energy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be cool.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Very
and
cool.
then, and then coming up too, we have our clubs launching. By the time this comes out, I know this Saturday Joe's having his initial powerlifting club meeting. If you miss that, it's fine. We'll get you. You can get signed up for that. We'll have sign-up sheets in the athletes corner. We'll be coming out with meeting dates. Just stay posted on Wodify. You'll see those meeting dates for the Olympic Weightlifting Club, and then also the CrossFit Club, and then our running club. We'll actually start to talk about that at the High Banks Run, and then I'll post any and all information that I've given out on our blog and then on Wodify. So just stay posted on all of that. It's free to all of you guys to sign up for, and all it is we're going to just get together, big groups, and do these events together. So it'll be a good time.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. And yeah, guys, like we said, we'll post all this information for you guys, but that's all we have this time. This was episode number 7, supplements and regionals and whatnot. So we'll see you guys next
See you next time.
Thanks.